Okay. Can you guys hear me? I'm almost scared to try to open Genshin again because that's what triggered it last time. Please don't trip again. Okay. Okay. Are we good? You guys can hear me? You can hear the game? Hopefully it won't shut off on me again. Okay. Okay. Well, back to the quest we go then, I guess.
Bombs, so heavy.
Okay. I will probably have to repeat this scene, but that's cool.
What is this?
Chung Shung and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't cut out on me again. If it does, I'm sorry in advance.
Huh. You sense it too?
It didn't have any problems
right.
earlier when I tested it,
This is a
but
poison
ever since the
concocted
storm,
using god remains.
just keeps dripping.
Is it breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this bottle is alive. Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons, if it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
Offshoots? So, the main body is somewhere else?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the
Dang, we
source
went
to
far back,
indirectly
huh?
control the poisoned individual's behavior.
The call of the... Wait. So...
Only
Mm-hmm.
one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient, the mother lode.
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of person would do all this just to poison Jialiang? Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden?
Give me a second. I think the audio reset to how it was earlier. I think I had it about there. Okay.
Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment, the one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house. You mean Jialiang? Why would he poison himself? Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives
Is that a
here,
Snorlax
and who
emoji?
might have expertise in crafting drugs. Huh? So you're saying it was Jiang Li? Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison her own husband?
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiangli does not strike me as the kind of person who would.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have
It's
the
cute.
ability to concoct a poison from...
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should. Yes. According to the
Let's
origins and
catch back
symptoms
up
of diseases,
to
so
where
if
we
we can
were.
find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jialiang's system without the need for any further treatment. Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
Didn't you use... Well...
Come on,
Changsheng's
let's
memories and
call
these days,
Zhao again.
she has to.
Whoa. What? Hey! Plenty of people with my assistance stronger and healthy? But...
Unfortunately,
Temperament? This is exact...
all right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand.
Back
With
to
how
the matter.
antisocial... What?
Call Zhao.
Oh. If you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
Okay.
You called?
Gets Paimon every time. Aren't all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Baizhu of Boo Boo Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before.
Touch grass.
The lantern rite when we met briefly. I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
You two already know each other?
Our paths have crossed once before. I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me? So someone has been concocting demonic poison. Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Qingsa village.
Oh. Okay. Whose?
A vile monster known as the Ch once wrought havoc over this land, before it was subdued by Rex Lapis.
Okay.
The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Qingsa village was founded some time after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Ch is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground.
Oh no.
However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak.
You should have some. If you... There's a bunch that are just open to anyone on Twitch. You should just scroll through them. Twice.
I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again.
I don't think he trusts them very much.
Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
Oh. He's concerned because he does not like living anymore.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
Bye, Xiao.
What a strange adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them.
That's Xiao for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb gathering trips. If we can.
Master! Master, there's a problem.
It better not be Chi-Chi.
Gwei? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
What happened?
Bro,
Don't panic. Just catch your breath.
that's a
and tell
long
me
way.
everything.
The NPCs can't fast travel.
It's Jiaoliang. He was fine 1 minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Already? How? Based on past
Bro?
experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
It seems that my
Are
worst
you guys
fears
just
have
looking
been
through the
confirmed.
emotes now?
Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy
Maybe
now.
one day I'll make some cool emotes. Yeah, dude. Like, okay. Just look. He ran from here, where the teleport or the marker is, all the way to where we are. That's insane. And should have taken him so long because he can't just fast travel like we do. That's crazy. But I'm gonna fast travel because I can. What is that? Is that a Mew? It's not pink though. What is that?
But I don't want to. It tastes gross.
I sure hope so. But
Dad,
it randomly
what's
went
wrong?
off earlier, so
Dad.
we'll see. Chi-Chi! Yeah, it looks like Mewtwo.
Don't be scared. Dr. Baizhu will be back soon.
Aww.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baizhu, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood. Now he
Aw.
can't even get a full word out anymore.
When Gwei left, he was still conscious. But now...
Kui, please take Jialiang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Baizhu's not gonna use Chang Sheng's secret art again, is he? Is there really no other way to save Jialiang?
Wait till the next day. Okay. Eight o'clock. Yeah, my stuff is plugged into a power strip, but I guess, I don't know. Ever since the storm knocked out the power earlier, it just keeps tripping. So we took some stuff and hooked it on a different power strip.
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
It's okay. We have some other
Much better,
ones.
Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual. Wait, where's Dr. Baizhu? I still haven't had a chance to thank him. Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Traveler knows.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, right? I still can't believe that happened. Getting the...
I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life.
But
I'll
this
have
stuff
to discuss
is
it
plugged
properly
into a
with
surge
Jiang Li
protector,
once
so...
we find her.
I mean, the Xbox was too, but it only came through because the TV was also plugged into, like, cable. So this stuff is
Speaking
in
of
a surge
which,
protector. Hopefully it's good.
Has there been any word of her whereabouts yet?
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet.
Yeah,
I'll go check with
because
them
your
again
mom
in a
is
bit.
in whatever domain we're gonna go have to
I'll
fight.
come with...
Don't forget what
No.
Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang.
Yeah.
I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to rely on you this time. Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank Dr. Baizhu in person once he's finished resting.
Traveler, Baizhu hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Qiaoliang again.
Yeah.
Do you think he... Huh? Hey, wait up!
Huh?
Oh, the Xbox. Yeah.
You're finally awake? That was far too risky. Even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something. Jiang Li's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
Oh.
So, how much longer do you think Baizhu's gonna nap for?
Well, probably not much more now.
They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
I think
All
so.
right.
Good, good.
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just...
No, he's
Who's
fine.
talking behind our backs again?
Baizhu! Changsheng!
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Changsheng's help, I will recover in time.
Qiaoliang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
Yeah, why?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment,
Aw.
and as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition.
Oh?
Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition,
Okay.
and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy
So-
functioning of his heart meridian.
His wife
Left
poisoned him
untreated,
to
it puts
help
the patient
him?
at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs. Though it was created from god remains, this
I mean, I
formula
guess
is
that's
not
kinda
a
what they do
poison
with
in
cancer.
Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
Dang.
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison accumulated in his system, it began to impact his cognition. Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it. Jiangli had to
Okay.
concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued efficacy, or he
Right.
could have still perished at any moment.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse,
Mm-hmm.
and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
God remains are
Okay.
extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them.
Oh, so she's gonna be sick
I
too?
shudder to think how many times Jiangli has exposed herself to them. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jia Liang's life, Jiangli has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Zhang Li would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible, whatever the cost may be.
Well, I think that it's
I
too
think
early
that'll
to
hit a
say
little
with
too
any
close to
certainty
home for
what fate
Traveler.
has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jia Liang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingsa village and find out where Jiang Li is. Her regular exposure to God remains over such a long period will have been catastrophic for her health. And given that she's already been missing for
Oh,
several
he's listening.
days, I am fearing the worst.
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
Oh no. He knows.
It's Jialiang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
Yeah, he overheard everything already.
Dr. Baizhu, please let me come with you.
I don't think that's a good idea.
You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiang Li's sake.
I think you can.
After
And
all,
you should.
if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that?
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it? There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Very well.
Is that
Then
Hu Tao?
follow me.
No. Yes. She be snooping too. Oh.
Dr. Baizhu, are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual
She's
formula?
sneaky, sneaky.
Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baizhu, do you mean...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Okay.
Chi-Chi's doing her best. Back to the village we go. I was gonna do both, but I might just do Baizhu's and then do Mia's next time.
Lucky all my new.
That voice line she was about to say is, lucky all my bombs are waterproof.
It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
The Motherlode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer? Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
I think it's this way.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sure of it. I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way. This place feels familiar.
Here?
I think I've been here before.
Rip.
There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it.
I think I remember this place.
Jialiang, are you okay? Maybe you should rest here while we continue the search.
No, I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me. Then let's hurry.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna take Klee out the party now because I'm gonna have to fight stuff in here. Goodbye, Klee.
May knowledge guide you.
I thought, oh, if you look up there in the background, there's someone watching. Someone seems concerned. Let's go see if he says anything.
Squall and Fury.
Hello, sir.
From the looks of it, you've already tracked down the location of the source.
Stalker. He's just concerned about us.
Really? That's good to hear. I cannot simply look the other way when evil spirits are involved. In any case, the evil presence here is growing stronger. I can sense it.
So he wasn't stalking us. He was stalking the location with the
Whatever
the
you're
bad
planning
presence.
to do, make it quick. If you leave it too long, and I am compelled to intervene, things may not turn out the way you wish.
It's fine, dude. I got it. Don't worry about it, Zhao. We got it. They want me to have Dendro and Geo? No, absolutely not. We're going for it. Baizhu.
This place gives Paimon the
I should have
creeps.
assumed that. I
Who knows what we're gonna
forgot
find up
I would
ahead.
probably get to use him.
The
The digging marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel.
A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way, but she said that the method would cause me to, curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Yeah, this battle is part of the story quest. Every story quest at some point has a domain that you do where you fight, and in that domain you get to trial run whatever character's quest it is.
Easy, Jialiang.
So
Come
I'll
on,
get to play
let's keep
Baizhu
going.
for this. See? The man himself.
Mind the side effects.
Rain outlines your fate.
Not now.
Oops. Meant to use him.
Yeah, a bitter pill to swallow.
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Whoa. There's a sensor here.
Okay.
Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
Okay, so someone was recently here.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
Oh? Well, it ran out because there were monsters.
Repelling incense? You sure? Because we did run into that group of monsters just now.
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper inside the cave.
Okay.
No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them,
Interesting.
Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
That's right. This sensor, it belongs to Jiangli. Yes, this was the place. This is where I told Jiangli to give me the poison.
Oh. So he knew he was getting the poison.
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me.
Okay. That way. So like a lever? Oh, okay. What's that way though? Oh, that's where we came from. Okay. Let's go. Oh, here. Let me use Baizhu.
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Uh-oh. The mouse deconnected. Give me a second. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh. 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 That was cool. That was cool.
We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this
No,
mechanism can not only clear barriers,
My mouse is
but also
Bluetooth,
be
so
conducted by
sometimes it
corresponding
disconnects.
mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Oh, why did it? Oh, okay. So I need to make it good this way and open up that. Oh, okay. Would that be enough then? Right. Okay. I'll push it this way. Activate. Okay. This way. Activate it. Then back to this way. I can't push it that way though, can I? No. Okay. Let's go look in things I opened. Chest. Oh, I forgot when you sprint he coughs sometimes. Oh, enemies. Okay.
The doctor will see you.
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate.
Cole, mine's a command.
Oops, not what I meant to
Taking
do.
a turn for the better.
There we go.
The wind rises. Upon the gale. Search for it.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Push this one out. Yeah, sick boy. Oh, what's over here? Nothing? Why is it, can I not activate it? Oh, I know. Activate this one. Yeah, there we go. Are we supposed to go down? Okay. Oh, yay.
Zhongli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Squall and Fury.
Dr. Baizhu, how serious is it? Is she...
Dead?
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave.
Not dead.
The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you.
Jeez.
If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Oh.
Then what are we
for?
Let's get rid of
Let's
it.
destroy the remains right away!
Mm-hmm.
It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baizhu said?
No, she doesn't.
The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here. If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect.
Oh, right. And he
And the
needs the
poison
poison.
within Jialiang's body is keeping
Right.
his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working... Oh no. Are you saying...
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
Aww.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life! After all that, we can't just give up on him! Baizhu, you're a great doctor! Surely you gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiangli, maybe if we put our heads together, we
Yeah.
can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her greatest wish that you will continue to take it and live.
Mm.
Dr. Baizhu, give it to me straight. How long does Jiangli have?
A week.
The god remains
I'm
have
just kidding.
reached her
I have no
internal
idea.
organs. Under
3
ordinary
days.
circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art,
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers of God remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiangli have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family.
True.
I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see how you grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis.
Mm-hmm.
If my choice can bring Jiangli back, then even if I die,
Jialiang...
after cheating death for so
Less
long,
than
it
what?
seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life. Traveler, Dr. Baizhu, could I have another minute with my wife? I just want to have one final moment together. Just a moment. That's
Aw.
all.
of course.
Oh, less than 3 days. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that
This game big
I
sad.
won't be able to repay your kindness in this life.
Jialiang... Baizhu, Changsheng... Is there really nothing else you can do?
I am sure that over the years, Jiangli will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of aging and death, Jiangli would not have had to resort to unnatural methods.
What a crazy situation! Jiangli risked it all to save Jialiang's life, and now Jialiang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiangli!
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
I guess Hu Tao's gonna have some
In
business
the
after
human
all.
realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause? At least, that's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go. If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got the Adventurers Guild to search for you. So, I know that you'll both be okay without me. I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
As you
Okay.
wish.
So, are you gonna make me fight it, or is this just gonna be a cutscene? Okay. Nice. Rip.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
Aww.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch Ayu grow up.
Ah.
Mom, something's really wrong with Dad. Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
I don't know. Maybe.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have. Oh, how I would love to hear
Aww.
your voice one last time.
Oh. Aw, the sad
Jialiang.
music.
Jialiang!
Oh.
Jialiang! Jialiang!
What'd they do?
Dad, are you awake?
What? How'd they do that?
Jiangli, are you? Didn't I... Huh? What are these?
Oh my god. Like Chi-Chi.
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strange or different in any way?
He's...
If so, could you describe it
Are
to
you
me in
kidding?
detail?
Dr. Baizhu, I thought that I was going to...
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
So is Baizhu the one that made
I'm a
Chi-Chi a zombie then?
That's right.
Or did he
Before
learn
we
it?
set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its help, you have been suspended in the space between life and death.
No wonder Hutam be mad at him.
Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to
Okay,
extend
okay,
your life
so-
indefinitely.
He learned how to do it because of Chi-Chi. And it's an Adeptus art. So
Whether it will keep you alive for a few
whoever
days,
killed
a few
Chi-Chi
months, or a
could
few
be an
years,
Adeptus.
I'm as interested as you to find out.
Most people assume that it was Zhao and that he did it because he felt bad.
But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace.
Why'd you spell it like that? Zhao?
I hope that Director
like,
Hu finds this
you know,
arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
the Animo polearm. Oh,
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh, leave it to you to work on something like that behind my back.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no
Yeah,
effect
yeah,
were it
yeah,
not
Zhao.
for Jialiang's
Most
iron will.
people assume that he accidentally killed Chi-Chi, and so he used that Adeptus art to make her a zombie. Because he felt bad. But there's no, like, confirmation, I don't think, of who actually did it or, like, why.
In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little
But I'm
of the great
assuming
principles
because
governing
of that,
life
that's
and
why
death,
Baizhu
and the
was able to
perpetual
learn how to
cycle
do
of
it.
yin and yang.
Or at least attempt to do it.
All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them. And
Dang.
even this would have counted for nothing without Director Hu's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jia Liang to show us the way before we set off for Qingsa village?
Oops. And I'm busted.
Without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiang Li in time.
No wonder he
True.
didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Director Hu told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baizhu's attention.
Never underestimate a serpent's sense of smell.
All I wanted was to help Jialiang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any unfulfilled wishes making the journey more difficult than it needs to be. Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. Never mind. I'll just have to put it down in the books as a deferred consideration.
The beef.
One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor the moment I found him.
You stay away from my dad! When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baizhu, and cure Dad for good!
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng funeral parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work cut out for you. Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Dang.
Is
Oh,
she
Chi-Chi's
finally
terrified of
gone?
her.
All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion. At times like this, a
Food,
grand
obviously.
celebratory
That's
feast
what
is in
Paimon
order.
wants, is food.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Jiangli and Ayu around the dinner table.
Yay! Paimon can't wait! Alright, first things first, off to the market for some fresh ingredients. Let's go!
Always food.
Wait up! I'll come too!
Baizhu, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was just doing my duty.
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu, Changsheng, would you mind if we took this conversation outside?
Oh. What can't you say in front of your husband? Huh? Oh, I'm Baizhu? Interesting. I bet you I was Baizhu for like 2 steps. Oh. Okay, a few more than 2. Oh, I'm following her? Okay.
Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changsheng, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizhu. I've taken a look at
There.
your elixir of immortality. It's not altogether dissimilar from the poison I concocted in terms of the way it functions.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset
Okay.
at me for copying your methods.
Sure.
No, not at all. With your intellect, even if you'd never seen my poison, I believe you would have eventually arrived at the same approach. But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang's still only been in your care for a few days. Not just that, you even managed to improve upon the original formula. That cannot be explained by intellect alone. Baizhu, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison on yourself?
Huh. Told you the truth would surface
Hmm.
sooner or later.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changsheng's contract lets you transfer between bodies, is it?
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli.
Okay.
You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and diseases.
Wait. So is he saying, like, he's been transferring his patient's toxins and stuff to himself this whole time?
When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden on him, but it also gave me an opportunity to study its properties. There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the source has been destroyed, any remaining poison in me will have already dissipated.
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there, then even you might have... What am I saying? I'm in no position to criticize you for this.
Yeah, miss, I poisoned my husband to try to save his life, and in doing so poisoned myself.
The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old, and I didn't want him using up any more of his own life force to treat my husband.
Oh.
But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another, and then you tried the poison on yourself too. It looks like both of us have ended up going the same way as our master before us. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, having given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly against the natural course of life and death, whatever the cost? Maybe our fate is sealed the moment we decide to study medicine.
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never say that anyone's fate is sealed.
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changsheng to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so many that some of them I don't even recognize.
Damn.
Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli. Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
Oh! Not the most serious talk about him basically killing himself, and then Paimon's like, hey yo! Food!
Mom, come and join us.
Paimon.
The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes. And
Oh,
said
did
even
I?
Dad will be able to taste them. Come and try them out.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one
But
day
the food.
you're not around anymore,
True.
Chi-Chi,
We all
Gui,
hungry.
and all the friends who have grown fond of you, they will all miss you dearly.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
I can only hope so.
Baizhu,
What did Jiang Li mean by not around anymore? Are you gonna be okay?
Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Jiang Li's master, has passed away at a young age.
Dang.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you helps people live longer.
Yeah, the people they cure.
It is a very long story.
Dang.
Long ago,
Cutscene.
when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors, and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is, until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojin. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
Aww.
My contract has strict
Dang.
requirements on the host's natural temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths
Aww.
that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
So, Baizhu, does that mean...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Cheng Sheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice.
I just know that line had to be a tongue twister to record.
I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles. But I do not wish to join their ranks, nor do I wish to pass on this contract to anyone else in the future.
Hi. Oh, okay, thanks.
Huh? But didn't you already transfer a ton of diseases onto yourself?
What makes a poison poison? And what makes a disease
That's
a
fair.
disease?
I'm gonna be getting off soon.
When it comes down to it, if disease is defined as deviation from normal functioning, then who knows? Perhaps the true elixir of immortality could in fact be a kind of poison. Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. But to me, it is no different from the way our ancestors tested the medicinal qualities of herbs by sampling each and every one. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Cheng Sheng to perish from losing her host. This leaves only one solution, doesn't it?
Dang.
Precisely. I will be Cheng Sheng's final host, and the tradition of passing down the contract will end with me.
Dang.
Even the gods
So he
of
trying to
old
become
struggle to
immortal.
achieve true immortality. First you want to save others, then you want to save yourself. Now you even want to save me. You're getting greedy, Baizhu.
I agree.
But isn't wanting to have it all what makes us human? For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light, the only path forward is up towards the moon.
Oh yeah.
For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Oh, really?
Dr. Baizhu, Traveler, what are you still chatting about? The food's about to get cold.
Oh right, we're supposed to be eating. What?
We also have coconut milk for Changsheng and Paimon.
Chi-Chi and her coconut milk.
Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten.
I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fill is enough to satisfy her body and mind.
She
True.
is a very
And yet,
simple creature.
although we call them simple pleasures, are such things as these not precisely why we mortals cling desperately to the life we have?
True. Dang, so I don't actually get to participate in the meal? Whatever. Not go-go nut, cocoa nut. Okay, well, I was gonna do both story quests, but since that one took so long, I'll just do Yoimiya's quest next time. So, yeah. Thanks for joining me. Sorry about all the power issues. Hopefully, I'll have it sorted out before the stream on Saturday. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.